Hey guys, Richard here, e-bike reviews and adventures. Yeah. Well, this is going to be my last ride. So, yeah. So I'm thinking I'm going to take out the HJM tri-hauler, make it easy and simple. Go for a little ride with you guys. Let's do that. Let's get this thing powered up here. Let's go for a spin. Oh no, I just opened there. Lost my remote. Yeah, let's get on here and go for a ride. All right, here we go. So what's going on, huh? Well, what's going on is Hurricane Milton. Yeah, so we've been tracking this for a couple of days. Yesterday morning I got up and saw that the storm that they had been saying was going to be just a messy, nasty storm that brings a lot of rain had actually started to spin up. And yesterday morning I was just sitting here thinking, something's not right with this storm. It just didn't feel right. Boy, this bike is making a lot of noise. And anyway, I went ahead and made a reservation for a U-Haul trailer, thinking that we may have to evacuate, and if so, we're gonna be ready for it. So throughout the day yesterday, yeah, things deteriorated, and they are now calling for. They started out saying there was going to be a Cat 2, then they said Cat 3. You know what? I'm about to have to make a change here, a decision. I was planning on taking this bike with me, but I don't know if I will. It's making all kinds of noise. So they said Cat 2, and I follow a guy called Mike's weather page. If you're in the Southeast, you might know Mike. Mike is not a meteorologist. He's a hobbyist, but he's been tracking hurricanes for 20 years here in Florida. And he's very accurate because he just does such a great job of analyzing data, and he is often far ahead of any local news forecaster. And he was saying yesterday, this is going to be a serious storm. This is going to be a major, which is more than a Cat 3, or excuse me, a Cat 3 or higher. And a lot of the computer modeling and stuff that he was looking at was, saying quite possibly Cat 4. Newscasters locally are saying Cat 2, Cat 2. Morning. So, I was thinking, no, there's no way. Our home was designed to withstand Cat 3 winds, but that's it. And, I'm not tied to a job that requires me to stay here. I can easily just get out of the way. So that's what I've decided to do. We've decided just get out of the way. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. We can't control it. And then we see where we end up after the fact. So Cat 3 or greater. The computer models this morning are all still saying Cat 4. And the track, of course, can wibble, it can wobble. You don't know where this thing is ever going for sure, but so far it's been real consistent saying it's going to hit Tampa. And Tampa is 20 nautical miles from us, which means if the eye of the storm were to pass through Tampa, or the center of the storm pass through Tampa, depending on how wide the eye is, it's still going to be brushing us here. But that's the worst case scenario. The eye of the storm is the worst case scenario. That's where the strongest winds are. But you still have a lot of wind and a lot of damage extending out, 30, 40, 50, 100 miles from the eye of the storm, where you're still having some serious wind and it can cause some serious damage. So why risk it? Category 4 storm, 20 miles from here. So yeah, we're saying no thanks. There's a lot of folks that are, staying in our neighborhood, and they're just like, oh no, it's only a Category 2 because they're listening to local newscasters. What happens with every storm? If you've been around hurricanes much, what happens? They start out predicting it kind of small, and then about the day before, or 2 days before, they start saying, oh no, it's getting stronger, like it's a big surprise, and like it caught them off guard. But if you actually read the data like Mike does, or at Mike's weather page, you see the data long before that. And you can see it, and it'll tell you that things things are not predicting to be very good. It's predicting to be, a lot stronger. But these forecasters and folks at the National Hurricane Center, they're very conservative in their approach because they don't want to cause a panic. And I understand that, but you got to speak the truth. You just got to tell people how it is and, let them know what it could be. Even the National Hurricane Center this morning put out their discussion message on it. They do this about every 3-4 hours. And this morning's message was, yeah, we really don't know, basically, in layman's terms, we really don't know. It could be anywhere from a Cat 1 to a Cat 5. Well, really? But they admitted in their message that the likelihood of strengthening was very possible. So, yeah. So anyway, we are packed up a lot of things that are kind of important to us. The things that are most important to us are the things that can sit in the back seat of my truck right there. But other than that, we went through and we started collecting some things that are kind of important to us, packing them up, and we're going to be loading that trailer up here in just a few hours, and we're going to get out ahead of the traffic. No need to wait last minute to leave because, it'll take you 15 hours to go what should take you, 3 hours because traffic is so bad, and there's just no need for that. Again, we have the luxury and the liberty of being able to leave earlier than a lot of folks. So that's what we're doing. Now, where are we headed? We don't know. So when you're on the Florida Peninsula here, you really only have one direction. That's somewhere north. We know we can't go up to Georgia area because that was just devastated a couple of weeks ago from Hurricane Helene. So we may end up over in the Panhandle area. We may go South Alabama where we have some family. It kind of depends. What really needs to happen, we just need to get 100 miles away or so and find a hotel. But finding a hotel even 100 miles away could be a problem. With so many people evacuating this area, with all the destruction up in North Florida already from this last hurricane. Resources are thin, hotels are booked, so it may end up requiring us to go further than what we normally would want to go, not just to get out of the way from the storm, but just to even find a hotel or something. So that's the plan. That's what we're doing. That's what we're sticking with for the moment, unless something dramatically changes in the next 6 hours or so. But hey, by the time I post this video, I might already be on the road or might already be where we're going to end up for a while. Now, in a short video I posted yesterday, I said, hey, what e-bike should I take? I got room for one. That's pretty much the case. I've got room for a couple, maybe. We're taking Mrs. Adventure's trike, the Mooncool TK1. And I was leaning towards taking this HJM because I really like it. But, excuse me, I keep clearing my throat. But the brakes keep hanging up in the rear, and I need to make an adjustment. That's easy to do. But the motor's starting to make a little noise that I don't care for. And I'm thinking, is it worth saving? Do I need to save this one, or should I save something else? And my thought is this. I don't have a good relationship with HJM. I'll probably never hear from them again. Probably never get one of their products again. But I really, really like this trike, so it'd be hard to replace, right? I do have a good relationship with a few companies, and I suspect if something terrible happened and we got wiped out, that I would hear from some of these companies again, and they'd be willing to send some stuff to kind of help us get the channel back up on its feet and moving again. And that'd be great if that were to happen. Not saying it will, hope it doesn't. But anyway, so I don't know what to take. I'd really like this, but the front end noise is starting to concern me, and I don't want to save something that's going to end up giving me a lot of trouble. The brakes, which you keep hearing, that's something I can easily adjust, which I need to do, because they keep hanging up for some reason. So, let me turn here. So I don't know, guys, I don't know. There are things I know, there are things I don't know. And that's what's going on with us. We're expecting to be gone for a few days, maybe a week. I don't know. Somebody asked me, well, Richard, if something terrible happens and you guys get completely wiped out, what do you do? Well, we're probably not coming back. Probably not coming back. Yeah, I mean, we know it's a risk living here. And if that were to happen, we may have to rethink where it is that we want to live. So, but we'll see. We'll just hope that doesn't happen. Hope it doesn't happen. Well, guys, that's it. This is my last video before we bug out. And, you know, you might hear from me again from the road. You might be able to drop you a couple of shorts or something, but, you know, that's going to be it for now. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Oh, quick update. A lot of the places that we like to ride here on this channel really got wiped out with that last hurricane, Hurricane Helene. And it's not making national news too much about what's happening here locally, but a lot of the trails and a lot of the places that we, often you would see us go riding, especially in group rides and stuff, those places are gone. They are wiped out. So we are running out of places to ride. Yeah. Hear that brake? Oh my gosh, that brake is going to drive me crazy. I'm going to have to take 5 minutes to try to adjust that today before I decide if I'm going to load this thing up or not. If I don't, what else would I take, huh? It's that right side brake, man. It is just giving me all kinds of grief. Yeah, so if I don't take that, what do I take? My initial thought was I was just going to take a bike, take up less space. And that may still be the case. I don't know. Tell you what, it's not going to be the Magicycle. Yeah, that's actually up for sale. I'm getting rid of that. Yeah, just personal. Again, if you're a long-term viewer of my channel, you might know. The Fucair has actually turned out to be a really nice bike, and I might hold on to that just because it's got 2 batteries, so it's goes a lot further. So I'm kind of liking it. So if I end up not taking the tri-hauler here, I may go ahead and take the Fucair and do something with that. Of course, the Revy bike is nice, but it's got a battery problem, so I won't take that. The 630 Simple Glide, I've had a lot of people come in to look at it and inquire about it. It's nice, but you know, it's not really my style, so it's not something I'm going to hold on to for my personal use. So the Mooncool is actually a great bike. I'd love to take the Mooncool CG2, but it doesn't have front suspension, and it doesn't have off-road tires. And I want the versatility of being able to do that. So that's the only thing that makes that bike out of the question for me. Of course, Amanda's Truxus will probably stay behind. I don't think there's going to be room for it. Emma's Truxus, probably no room for it. Maybe. Don't think so. And even Devon's Mach-Wheel Obsidian probably staying behind. Hey, so Emma and Amanda are going to be going with us in tow in their vehicles. Devon, son-in-law Devon, is going to be left behind here because he works for the county and he has to stay. So, yeah. Hey, look at the mess in here in e-bike reviews and adventures. It could be a lot worse in about 3 or 4 days. We'll see. Guys, that's going to be it for this video. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a shout. I'll see you in another video, well, sometime. Ride responsibly and ride safe.